This is Revelation 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Call Allah Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Shalom to the hopeful elect men that scattered abroad, pushing the truth without sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And shalom to you very few sincere sisters, right, that's watching and taking heed and getting in order in these last days as well. To you all, I say shalom. And just real quick, just going off a video that I had seen, came across one of the bros had put up, and, you know, a little tit-top video, and I just want to put some scriptures behind it, because at the end of the day, this is prophecy, you know. So pretty much reading off it, it says Trump signed the executive order 118, making it mandatory to serve in the military for 4 years, if not going to college, right? So he already putting out these unrighteous decrees, you know, and the overall thing, right? Revelation 12 and 12, people saying he know that he got but a short time. So the Lord's really using Trump to push all of these buttons out, man. You know, and why is he telling people to get to go to the military once 18? Because at the end of the day, scriptures talk about how they're gonna have to fight Yahweh Shai in the angels, right, on his return, on Yahweh Shai's return. You know, and someone won't even make it to that. You know, just ww3 that's gonna go down real soon. You know, excuse me, they need numbers. You know, so to tell them that they have to go to jail, some of them going to, you know, feed into it. You know, it reminds me of the scripture of Proverbs, you know, simple believe every word. Excuse me, Salakian. But the prudent man looketh well to his going. You know, because if the scriptures talk about, you know, pretty much the ones that's going to battle in the Jehoshaphat, right, Yahweh Shabbat, so-called Middle East, right, they're not returning. You know, but like I said, you know, Esau Edom, he needs numbers, you know, so this right here is a small little tactic, you know, little war tactic, war move, whatever you want to say, to get them to fall into it, right? So I'm going to play this clip and probably grab like 2 more scriptures, and that'll be that. Lord willing is edifying.
This just in, Donald Trump has signed an executive order making it mandatory after you turn 18 to go in the military if you don't plan to go to college. Patriots, check in. The Secret Service Sam, president of TikTok and the #1 comedy journalist here on the interwebs. Thanks to you guys. What do you guys think about this? This is kind of haunting, scary, because what if you can't afford to go to college, huh? So you just have to do 4 years of mandatory military service? He says they do this in China, and so he's looking to adopt that here. Obviously in Israel you have to do that. You have to go and serve in their military. What do you guys think about that? You know, President Trump famously got out of going to do any service. I think he had bone spurs, or what was his thing? Please let me know in the comments. But it's kind of nervy that somebody who didn't serve themselves is trying to make it mandatory for my kids once they're 18. And if you're not going to go to college, you have to go fight for our country. Does that sound fair to anybody? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is just in hot off the presses. Secret Service Sam out, Sam's for president of TikTok.
Kind of Salaki, I had got my words kind of screwed up, right? It said if you do 4 years, Salakia. It says Trump signed the executive order 118, making it mandatory to serve in the military for 4 years, if not going to college. That's what I meant to say, instead of being locked up, you know. Slacky on that. But so yeah, we already know the main thing, you know, going to college. We know that the main thing is coming is ww3, right? And like the man had mentioned, you know, what if my children can't go to college? You know, well, Trump already knows that, man. You know, I remember article came out, you know, some months back with saying, like, you know, from 18 to 26, they're automatically being signed up for the drafts, you know, and that faded away. People not even talking about that no more, you know. And but ultimately, right, us men of the Lord, we see the bigger play. They need bodies. They need bodies for this ww3, you know, because when you think about it, these other nations, they grow up ready to serve their country, right? That is like really when you leave America, we go to a different island. They rep their island. If you watch soccer games, right, they rep their country to the fullest, you know. So going back to like the military aspect of it, right? China, North Korea, South Korea, they willing to serve for their country, and they know that Americans are not trying to do so. You know, they're not trying to do that, so that's why they're making it mandatory if you're not going to college. And a lot of folks gonna be like, well, just gonna go to the military, because they can't afford it. You know, but all in all, man, hey, for the one that's going to these college, to the military, it's pretty much he leading you to your destruction, right? But I want to bring out this scripture in the book of Habakkuk, and I want to close out in the scripture, the book of Second Esdras, I think it's 15, right? So Second Esdras Habakkuk 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry, right? And this is a heavy, Salaki. This right here is a heavy vision. This is a heavy scripture, you know, because at a appointed time, right, they're going to be boots on the ground, going door to door, looking for, you know, 18 years old and up to send them to fight. You know, when you look at what's going on, you know, America's slapping tariffs on everybody, right? America ain't got enough soldiers for that, to fight everybody, you know. So at a point in time, it's gonna be ready for war, right? Hey, matter of fact, Ecclesiastes states that, right? We definitely fall into that season, right? Ecclesiastes 3:1, to everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Jumping down to verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. And that's what we're rolling into, right? We're rolling into that time of war, like being as in full-fledged, right? We're seeing war going on right now with the tariffs, trade wars, you know. But we come to a time where we're gonna be more physical, right? Combat, right? So this vision's for a point in time, right? Let me jump to the Second Esdras chapter 15, right? And best believe, you know, you thinking that, I'm finna go fight for my country, you're not gonna make it back. You're not gonna make it back, right? That is pretty much your judgment. Just like 30. Boom, 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 boom. Dang, missed it. I probably ain't even highlighted. Or is it in 16? It's in 16, so like, yeah, I'm confident it's in 16. Yeah. Yep, Call Allah Yahweh Shemel Shah. Right, the main point was in 34. Well, yeah. Second Esdras 16 and 33. The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The woman shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn having no helpers. Why? Because they're being hauled off to what? To ww3. You know, they're not coming back, right? They already know that, right? It says, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, right? Because we already know what's going to happen. These nations are about to annihilate America, and also the ones that go over there to fight in that war of Yahweh Shabbat, right? The Lord's judgment. You know, they're not coming back, right? That'll be their last plane ride, right? In the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine, right? You know, so we already know the family's going to come hit America real strong. A lot of men going to die off, but that main one was the wars that men are not going to make it back home from, right? So, Khan, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Just want to throw some scriptures behind what was spoken by the appeared to be Edomite. You know, yes, and that just goes to show you that this man is the devil, right? He coming down with great wrath. He come with unrighteous decrees, right? He's showing his horns, like he really don't care for you. He needs you to fight in this battle, knowing that you're not going to succeed and knowing that you're not coming back. You know, so Lord willing, this was edifying. I'm gonna give out honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Krakadash, and on to the next one. Shalom.